from Music City, USA, Nissan Stadium in Nashville. Hello and welcome everyone to a game that we've been eagerly awaiting. It's the Louisville Cardinals and the Ole Miss Rebels. Along with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. Holly Rowe is down on the sideline.
Checking in with the Ole Miss head coach before the game. This is a huge opportunity for their team. Making it to the college football playoff last year has proven to them they can compete with any team in the country. But now they've got to do it again. They've got to show that that was not just a one-year fluke and that they can be consistently great. Guys?
Appreciate that, Holly. The ball squirts through the end zone. That'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Lacey. That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be second and just a few breaths away from the first down.
And that would be the definition of first down success. Putting yourself in a good position. It's second and inches. I can do whatever I want next. I can take a shot down the field. I can run the football and get a new set of downs. Like, nice first down execution.
Snags it and he's open. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down.
There used to be a time in college football where tight ends were just possession receivers. You throw it to him and it'd go down right away. Not this guy. That was a short throw. And then he shows you the athleticism once he has the ball in his hands. That's why he is such a tough matchup for any defense. Man, he's a problem.
Quarterback may change this route. Looking to throw on first down. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. Guys, let's talk a little bit about Ole Miss. They lose in the semis last year. Any potential for a hangover this season?
I don't think so. And I think they obviously didn't finish last season the way they wanted to. But having the success they had, David, that opened the eyes to a lot of portal players around the country. They wanted to come here knowing they could build on that and take the next step.
And sometimes it takes those steps, Jesse. Like, you've got to crawl before you walk. And this team, they tasted it. They know what it feels like. They know what it's like to be in the playoffs, and they want more. And they get to take some anger out and some hard feelings out today to start this season.
Well, you're making a positive out of a negative. And that time, quarterback, nice job, buying time. He's trying to throw the football downfield. Nothing there, so instead of throwing it away and getting the incomplete, just get what you can get and make this next down more manageable.
And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. Fourth down coming up.
This is a point where you just got to be able to focus. And the critical down and distances in this game, like that third down right there. When it's a good throw, you got to make the catch. You've got to be able to make that play.
And so on their opening drive of the game, they want to stay on the field, and the offense will go for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Gets drilled as he throws. The big pressure on fourth down, and they'll get it back.
And listen, I have no problem being aggressive on fourth down, but the consequences of that, now you got to have your defense go bail you out. So you started the game trying to be aggressive. Well, for the defense, you got to get my back now.
Here's Brown to begin the drive. Maybe some room here. Gets it all the way down to the 39-yard line. It'll be a first down.
Man, coaches talked about they want to get this running back involved early and often and create some momentum, and this is a great way to do it. Early in this football game, ripping off an explosive run, get the juices going, and I bet you he's going to get a few more touches today.
Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
I love when defensive backs come up and they are physical and they stick their face in the fan and they aren't scared. Talking to the defensive coordinator coming into this game, he knew his DBs had to tackle well. They had to get those running backs on the ground. Great start on this first drive.
Couldn't get him blocked on that last one. Now it's 2nd and 14. Back to pass. Pulled down for the tackle. And the Cardinals want to move quickly. On 3rd and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down.
Every defense in the country talks about getting offenses in predictable 3rd and long situations where I can bring on more speedsters and I know the pass is coming so I can have more success.
And they can't make the connection on 4th down, and they'll turn it over.
Man, aggressive play calls. Everybody wants you to be aggressive. They're aggressive. They take their shot. Now they got to live with a little bit of the consequences. They turn the football over on downs. Now their defense has to go out on the field and make some stops.
Motion from the wideout. Got rid of it in a hurry, but he couldn't find his man. It's incomplete.
And there's so much for a quarterback to think about. Stick it out in the belly. Do I pull it? Now when I pull it, oh, I got to get my feet set. Make an accurate throw to the right guy. So a lot of things going on. And I think that you saw that led to a little bit of inaccuracy.
Fires into traffic. Picked off. At the 45 on his way. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
How about the big fella? I know this is not in his job description to pick off passes, but the eye-hand coordination, able to get his big paws up there, stabs it out of air. It was like he was almost surprised he had the football. Just start rumbling and stumbling once he had possession.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Looking to fire. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. Nice pickup on the return, but more important, they got the takeaway, and now they're in business. So the Rebels come out to get this drive started. The defense made a play with that interception to set them up. Now to see if they can cash it in. Pulls it in. It's Odom. Makes the grab in their space. Down to the 26-yard line before they ride him out of bounds, and this defense is on its heels.
And you've really seen the evolutions of tight ends, man. These guys are no longer just big bodies that block like the extension of the offensive line. They're more like receivers, and I love when the quarterback gets it out of his hands, and then you just watch. They can make plays. They can run people over. They can now run around people. So nice to have these tight ends.
He'll toss it. Could be an alley. Big time run on that one as he goes out of bounds right at the 10.
And this defense has to be so disciplined. You just got to understand, I can't all go for the quarterback. And too much attention on the quarterback. We didn't play the pitch really well. That's why this offense is really hard to stop.
The Rebels are threatening on 1st and goal. A run for the quarterback. And he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Rebels. Setting up for the extra point after the first score of the game.
The defense knew coming into this game they were going to have their hands full. Not only did they have to worry about these running backs in the running game, they had to worry about the quarterback as well. On design runs and on scrambles, they didn't have an answer for him right there.
And the extra point was good as they finished the drive. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. They'll start on the ground with Brown. Forges ahead, picks up about 3 to the 29.
You see this a lot from offensive coordinators. Where are you weak? Where are you vulnerable? Where can I get an edge? And you see him trying to get the ball in the perimeter early in the first quarter. Can I get outside the tackle boxes and have success?
And not only that, stretch them side to side, and it can pay off with your inside runs.
No doubt. Get them running sideline to side. Also get them a little tired.
This is where you make the money on the drive. Ball at the 30, it's 3rd and short. He'll set up to throw. Dumps it to the back. Got a man. They'll get it to the 48. No need to measure it to first down. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. The run inside. It's Brown. And after the tackle, that will bring us to the end of the first quarter. We've come to the end of the period, and Ole Miss is on top. We've played one. Before we move on, let's have a look at the stats. Now to see if these guys can get back in the game as we open the second quarter. The Cardinals with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. They give it to him again. Nothing but green grass down the middle. He's at the touchdown Cardinals. Once he got a step, it was all over, right to the house. The extra point here would tie the game. An impressive run from the back. Gets him 6 points, good drink of water, and maybe a little oxygen.
He definitely needs some oxygen after that long run, but it looks simple, right? Just hand the ball off, but when you can make big plays like this in the run game, man, does it make offense fun.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. The Ole Miss offense ready to go back to work. Took the last drive in for a touchdown. They'll try to do it again on this one. Got the quick completion. Plows through the defense. And he is going to be forced out of bounds behind the line of scrimmage. Tremendous defense there.
Well, that receiver's looking at his teammates like, guys, what's up? You're not going to block for me on the screen? Seriously? I just lost yards on a screenplay. How does that happen?
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Got a man. It's Odom. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down.
I like this tight end. He does a really nice job on his route running. He's been beating man coverage. He can find the soft spots and zones. You got to get him involved.
Now on the option. He'll toss it. Makes it past the marker. Finding some room. Touchdown Rebels. How about this back staying on track and getting it in on the option?
And the big play starts with the quarterback making the right decision. Getting the defense to come to him, pitching the football, and Jesse, the running back, catches it and does the rest.
He does, and he also had good blocking downfield, too. Some of those receivers outside helping him out, but, man, with his speed when he's on the perimeter, the options executed that well, it is virtually impossible to stop.
And a special teams miscue as the kickoff goes out of bounds. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. A give to Brown. And he was able to run through one tackle, but still only a modest gain. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Back to pass. Here's a heat. And that ball's free behind the line. Oh, the fumble and the
most head coaches coming into week one is ball security. You're worried about execution. This offense has done some good things early in this game, but you cannot put the ball on the ground because the defense will make you pay like they did right there, taking it all the way to the house.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Louisville has it back in the offense, coming out ready to attack. Things couldn't have gone much worse the last time they had it, Jesse, giving up that fumble for a touchdown.
You're right, Reese. Because of their own carelessness, they've spotted the opponent a touchdown. It's now imperative, David, this offense takes the field and gets that touchdown back.
Well, and you get right back on the field, right? You just made the mistake. They scored. Now I get an opportunity right now to make amends.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
8-yard pickup on first down leaves them with second and short. Looking to fire. Bringing the heat. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. Now this offense tries to figure out a way to move the chains after the second down misfire. He's going to look for a man on third and short. He unleashes a long one. Snags it down the right side. The defense got caught that time, and they finally get him on the ground at the 41. And the Cardinals come to the line with a new set of downs. Escapes the pressure going right. They get to him as he throws. Can't make the connection. The pressure there caused the missed timing.
I think a big reason this offense is struggling right now and why they're trailing on the scoreboard is they have not been able to protect this guy, and it's affected him. He has not looked very accurate. Moving forward, the pass pro has got to be better to help this guy out.
Wants to throw it. Looking to the big tight end. Working the middle. And he's marked down right there, but a good pickup, and it'll be a first down. The Cardinals have their offense in high gear. Running inside. It's Brown. To the 15. He's all the way down to the 3. An electric run has him set up. He just broke the century mark. 100 yards on the ground, and with that run, he eclipses the 100-yard mark in this season opener. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Cardinals. Lining up for the PAT. And with the extra point, every little bit counts as they get closer. That is an efficient drive. 7 plays, 75 yards. And close the deal with a 3-yard touchdown run. The ball bounces through the end zone, and it will be a touchback. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. They'll move the wide receiver. Got it behind the line. It's Haas. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. Guys, let's take a minute and talk about Ole Miss. They start the season in the top 10. Ideal position to make a run. But what do they need to avoid?
Well, I think you avoid the talks about me and where we're at, because that doesn't matter. This team's got a lot to prove. It's a very talented team, but they got to start the season off fast. That first impression makes a big deal in all these voters, Jesse.
Yeah, I think a lot of these players are hungry to prove that top 10 ranking is legit. But talking to some of their guys too, David, they actually feel like they're not ranked high enough. They actually feel disrespected being where they are, which is pretty amazing considering this is already a really great jumping point. I can't wait to see how they play today.
There he goes. And he was on his way. Gets it all the way to the 38. You count up those explosive plays in the game, and you put a little extra star by the big run.
Yeah, this running back is a weapon, boy. He is so good in space. He's got shiftiness. He can make guys miss. And if this guy gets into the second level, watch out. He can hit a home run.
They'll ride the hot hand. Gain of about 4 sets up a 2nd and 6.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle him, wear him out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20 yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Back to pass. Fires on the run. He caught it. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Rebels.
I think you love starting the year off with some momentum, and that's exactly what this offense is doing. They're firing on all cylinders, defense doing their job as well. This team getting out the gates to start the season in great fashion.
And the extra point is good for a 28-14 lead. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And the final 34 yards covered by that touchdown pass. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. To the air on first down. They've got him down at the 40 after he ripped off 15 yards.
Well, this team found themselves in a hole really quickly. Good things need to start happening, and they got to happen now. There's a big play that the offense desperately needed. A big pitch and catch. That's going to give them some confidence. That hopefully shifts the momentum their way a little bit. But they've got to cap this off now with a touchdown cut into their opponent's lead.
The Cardinals decide to use the first of their 3 timeouts. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. First down, right back to Brown. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
And this offense is clicking, man. This defense is going to have to find something in a hurry, right? That's 3 plays. That's 3 first downs. They've got to do a better job of affecting this defense, getting some penetration, winning at the line of scrimmage. You can't let them just move down the field and get a first down on every single play they run.
Louisville calls its 2nd timeout. And they'll still have 1 in their pocket for what's left in this first half. They've been running it, but now the pass. He'll try to do it and breaks into the open. He's finally stopped, but a big play there with his feet as he moves those sticks. It's a first down. They'll stop the clock to reset the chains. Offense up tempo. There's the pressure. Makes a catch. That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening. The Cardinals will now use their final timeout. And they won't be able to stop the clock again. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Cardinals!
Last 4 minutes of the first half, first 4 minutes of the second half. That is a time window that oftentimes determines games, and you're seeing it potentially happen here. It was critical the offense was able to go down, drive the field, and score a touchdown here late in the first half, knowing they get the ball back first in the second half. And if they go out right away in the second half and good things happen, this game takes on a completely different feel.
Inside 30 seconds to play in the half. We'll see how aggressive they are on this drive. On the move. And he's tackled, but there's also a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. A solid gain on that one, and it goes for naught as the penalty will back them up. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. He'll take it himself. Still on his feet. Oh, it's a fumble. Defense covering it up and not letting the offense get it back. It's a turnover.
And man, sometimes you'll see that with these quarterbacks. They like to run the football, but they don't get hit in practice. So they're not always used to carrying the football and taking hits. Down the field, he made a nice play, but then got hit.
Oh, he's ready to take a shot. Pass is incomplete, and half comes to a close on that play. We played 2 quarters here and reached halftime, and we will now check in with Kevin Connors in the studio.
Gentlemen, so much excitement around a brand new season, and we're excited to get you caught up on everything here in Week 1. We start with a look at Northern Illinois, taking on the number 18 team, the Iowa Hawkeyes. And it's the Huskies, with one of the truly dazzling offensive displays we've witnessed this season. They had a scoring answer every time they needed one, and win a fireworks-filled football game, pushing them to 1-0 on the short season.
The Cardinals offense headed out to go to work.
Here now some other games you may have interest in, and social media has some sharp opinions about the state of things right now.
And man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Brown again. Got enough for the first. Maybe a crease. Touchdown, Louisville! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. His 3rd touchdown of this game and his 3rd on the season.
David, this guy's showing us everything he's got in his toolbox. Between the tackles, running outside, the elusiveness, the vision, the speed, the patience. And with that home run, now has over 200 yards rushing in this game.
And there's nothing more frustrating than a guy that just keeps coming and keeps coming. They keep feeding him, and he keeps breaking tackles. He keeps making big plays. This defense has had absolutely no answer for that stud.
Ole Miss ready to send the offense onto the field. Now they'll try to answer that score with one of their own and regain the lead here in the 3rd. Just gets it to the 28, pickup of 1.
Yeah, and listen, offensively, you run the RPOs, you just want positive yards, make the right read the guy. If he wants to drop back a little bit, hand it off, get some positive yards, go on to the next play.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Quarterback will keep it. Turning it on! Finally corralled, but not before. He picked up the 1st down. And the Rebels, after exploding for that huge run, back to work. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Lacey. And he's able to find a little bit of running room before they get him down.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
They can really be aggressive after that last play. It's 2nd and 3. On the option. Now the pitch. And that might have been a bad read as the defense just swarms all over the pitch man.
And that just looked off. The timing, the rhythm, I don't know what it was, but usually that option, man, it's so precise, right? Like really quickly making a read, and you could tell they weren't on the same page. It went absolutely nowhere. Defense won that round.
Ball's at the 47. They're looking at a 3rd down and short. Takes it down to the 41-yard line, and it'll be a 1st down.
And as a defensive guy, man, when you play a QB like this that will take off and run and has the speed to make you pay, it just limits what you can do. It limits the amount of coverages. It just makes you play a lot more hesitant. And you can see right there, man, the guy's got speed. Interested to see how this defense continues to attack this QB.
Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down. Sixth play of the drive coming up. Just going to keep it after the snap. Picks up the first down. Might have a chance. They get him corralled, but he carries it all the way down to the 7-yard line.
Give the offensive line tons of credit on that running play. Just working really well as a unit right now. Being physical, they're getting a lot of push, and you see guys working up into the second level, getting hats on hats at linebackers and DBs as they try to get involved. This O-line right now really showcasing their physicality.
They'll keep it on the ground for first and goal. He works his way all the way down to the 3, and the defense is reeling.
And I'm good with it. I like what the offense is doing. Be physical. I don't need to get pass happy down here on first and goal. Nice job believing in my running game, and maybe I stick to it for another play or two.
Calls his own number. Touchdown, Rebels. With that, they grab the lead here in the second half.
Well, they've been calling his number, running the ball a lot on this drive, Dave. That's an outstanding run right there. But whether it's designed or whether it's off script, scrambling around, this defense can't find a way to corral this guy. And if I was on offense, I'd keep letting him do this.
Yeah, and the annoying thing is, man, the quarterback gets the ball every single play. They snap it to him. He can throw it. He can scramble. He can run. So really just opens up the whole field is at his mercy. And this defense right now, not finding a lot of answers. They've got to do something to stop this quarterback.
Good news, I guess. A lot of room to work with as they start this drive from their own 15. They'll start on the ground with Brown. Nudges ahead for 1 out to the 16.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Well, this running back has had a pretty good day so far in this game. And I think the key right now is for the defense to find a way to slow him down. He had a good run 2 plays ago. The defense gets the TFL on this one. I think you got to change up your fronts defensively and try to give this offensive line different alignment looks to see if they can confuse him.
On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. He misses his man. The accuracy just not what it needed to be on that play.
And I thought the game plan has been...
Guys, look at this. They're going to gamble and go for it here on 4th and long. Sends it back in motion. On 4th down, looking for the completion. Picked off. What a play to set him up. Going the other way, and he's got room. Touchdown, Rebels. The defense does the work itself with a pick 6.
And, man, this defense proving to be so opportunistic. They don't just turn people over. You've already seen them scoop up a fumble, take it back to the house, now an interception, and take it back to the house. They make big plays, and they put that thing in the end zone.
The kick is up and good and put 1 more on the lead. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. They'll start on the ground with Brown. Got enough for the first. got some space. That defense got gashed, but they finally get him to the turf at the 47.
Well, that's why this running game can be so dynamic. This guy is special when he has the football in his hands. He can make people miss, he can run with power, and he also has speed. You saw it on that last play.
Looking to throw on first down. Finds his man. It's Brown.
And that's kind of a lot of today's running game, right? Spit the ball out quick, get it to your playmakers in space, get positive yards. It's instead of running the ball a couple yards up the middle, now you just spit it out wide.
Got a little grass. They are on the move down to the 32, and they pick up another first down. And the Cardinals come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Off the play fake on first down to throw. And the timing just a hair off.
The defense was obviously ready for that play. They've obviously been watching film. They know that that pass play is one of the bread and butter plays this offense has, so nice job defending.
Third quarter here, 2nd and 10 as we are getting this season underway in the opening week. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. Complete with conviction on the crosser. Tackled almost immediately. They're well short of the first down. Off the play fake. Stepping to the right. Looking for his man in the middle. We've come to the end of the period, and Ole Miss is on top. They've built a comfortable lead after 3 quarters of play. Let's take a look at how we got here. Just about ready to go in the 4th, and we'll see if any drama can be mustered. Now, wait just a second here. I don't see the kicker coming out. I think they're going to go for it here. Keep it on the ground. It's Brown. He's got enough, and they roll the dice on 4th down, and they keep the drive alive. The Cardinals pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. Looking downfield on first down. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
Hand off, Isaac Brown. They make the stop after a pickup of 3. Ball's at the 18. And the Cardinals have pushed it inside the 20. On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. Complete out of the backfield. He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a first down. Quarterback run is part of their game plan. He's brought down, but not before he picks up the first down on a gutsy call to keep this drive alive. The Cardinals in the hurry up. Here's Brown. Knocked down in the backfield, and boy, this guy's had a good day, but they finally get to him on that run. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Looking to fire. They're working that left side. And they get him, and they'll lose yardage on that completion.
And that just shows you the team speed this defense has. As soon as they identify who's got the ball, they are around and surrounding that ball carrier so quickly.
And they'll try to bite a chunk out of this lead on 3rd and goal. From the gun, wants to pass. And he was looking to the end zone, and they couldn't make the connection.
Really nice 3rd down sub-defense there that time. It's 3rd and long. They're expecting pass, and they're mixing up their looks. They're trying to change the picture pre-snap to post-snap to confuse the quarterback, now forcing the incompletion set.
Hang on just a second. I think they're going to try to get the touchdown here. Man, this could be a gamble, guys. They could come up empty. Motion from the back. Here's the snap, looking to throw. It's incomplete, and they desperately needed to keep that drive going, and they couldn't make the connection.
Yeah, and you needed points. You wanted points badly. But listen, the offense, you know exactly what they're going to do. They're going to get in their 4-minute offense. Now, I got to start preserving that clock, using my timeouts, try to get a stop, and get this ball back to my offense.
Stopped after a gain of 3. It'll be 2nd and 7.
You know, I really like this QB running the football because I know he's got a lot of speed. He's not the biggest guy in the world, so he's not going to be able to break a lot of tackles. So you really got to do a good job of trying to scheme ways to get him out in more space.
Tripped up for the tackle.
And a running game can be really hard to stop when you got so many guys that can do some damage. And this defense is taking some licks. This QB's made them look silly a couple of times, but they're starting to adjust. Gotta like that play right there, getting to him and getting him on the ground.
Now on the move. He'll be stopped short at the line to gain. Needed about 3 more on that one. The Cardinals decide to use the first of their 3 timeouts. They still have a couple of timeouts to work with in this final quarter. They already have a comfortable lead, up by multiple possessions, but they're going to go for it here on 4th down. Makes the catch and he's free. Spin move. He's got enough for the first down, and they roll the dice and convert to keep this drive going.
Man, this just starts to hurt your pride, right? You're down by several scores. It's in the 4th quarter, and they keep making big plays. This is something where you just got to buck up. You got to do something about it. You got to find something down deep and go make a play so you can get the ball back and maybe get back in this game.
They want to run this quarterback. Here's a little room there. Really good surge for this offense. They move the chains, and he's got it at the 34.
You just hold your breath every time this QB keeps the football in the running game, man. With his speed, he's a threat to hit the home run every time he totes the rock.
Looks as if he's going to run it. There he goes. And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Ole Miss.
Have yourself a day, young fella. You know why they handed him the ball a lot? Because he did that. That's his 4th trip to pay dirt. This dude has shown you a little bit of everything. What a great back. And 4 touchdowns on the day.
And the extra point splits the uprights, and they're up a full 3 touchdowns, a 21-point cushion in the 4th. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Louisville's offense has taken the field, and they look ready to go. Here's Brown to begin the drive. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play. The 2-minute timeout arrives, and we have certainly seen miracles in college football, and they will certainly need one here. Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. One more time, it's Brown. Really nice job to squirt his way up to the 31-yard line.
And that was a pretty good run there for the offense. And listen, I know this game's over, but that's what this offense needs a little bit more. They need a little more balance, a little more easy 2nd down situations with some positive runs on 1st down. They just need something.
They pretty much have to keep the offense on the field, and they'll get right to the line of scrimmage. They'll go with Brown. He's not going to get there. The defense was sure tackling to stop him a few yards short.
I think after failing on the 4th down, guys, you look at the scoreboard, you look at how much time is left. I think they're going to lose this football game. This coaching staff is going to have to dig deep and try to find ways to get this team better next time they take the field.
The give, and tick, 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 tick. Makes it past the marker. There's a crease, and he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, Rebels.
And it's been more of the same in the second half of this offense, doing whatever they want. What a start to the season, man. This is exactly what you draw up. Everything they drew up in the offseason has worked in game one, and that's why they are dominating this football game.
And they did tack on the extra point. They couldn't draw up a drive better than that one. Just gashed them for the big play in the running game. One snap, one touchdown. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. They'll start on the ground with Brown. Got to be smart, patient, great vision. Uses all of that to get to the 29. Solid pickup of 4 on first down at 2nd and 6. Back to pass. With the catch, it's McCoy. And they're able to make the tackle. Trying to get everybody set with the clock still running. Louisville calls its second timeout. And they'll still have one timeout left at their disposal. Ball's at the 29. Defense can taste getting off the field. It's 3rd and long. He's not going to make it. What a job by this defense to stop him in his tracks. All right, let me jump in here. They are going to go for it on 4th down. I'm not sure they have much choice in this situation. They're throwing for it on 4th down. Hauls it in easily enough for the first down. He's got enough, and they roll the dice on 4th down, and they keep the drive alive.
Oh, and he finds his slot receiver on that 4th down throw. And I'll tell you, this guy's not the biggest receiver in college football, but he does such a good job working the middle of the field. He's just able to get open and read coverage.
There's some room. Good, solid pickup there. Now they can start to smell it with a first down at the 31.
And, man, this is more of the same for this dude toting the pill. Like, they keep giving it to him, and he keeps producing. Another chunk play. Like, I don't expect that they'll change much to do with this offense because every time they give it to him, he's chewing up some yards.
Caught, and he's got room. They'll make the stop, but not before they use the screen beautifully and pick up the first down. And the Cardinals come to the line with a fresh set of downs thanks to that last connection in the passing game. It's a lost cause, but they keep fighting. Rushes on him. Hit as he throws. And the pass will be incomplete, looking for a little window dressing at the end, but the ball game is over. I know both of these teams were ranked, guys, but it really seemed as if they weren't on the same level in this game.
I think that was a pretty good statement game for these guys. I mean, you're ranked higher, you're more talented. A lot of people point to this game, possible upset, 2 really good teams. Jesse, they made it clear. There's only one really good team. It was them. They were the favorite, and they just made a point of it.
You're right. Not all ranked teams are created equal. One of these teams is a college football playoff contender. The other simply is not. And that demonstrated itself today. The higher-ranked team is a team with national championship aspirations. They've got so much talent. They look good today.
This has been a presentation of EA Sports College Football. For David Pollack, Jesse Palmer, and Holly Rowe, I'm Reese Davis saying goodbye, everybody.